Alright, so we did some pruning today on these gala apples. So that tree that was way up to there is now only 12 feet tall instead of 23 feet tall, 24 feet tall. So from all the videos I've watched, from the people I've asked at the orchards, not to be scared to try and cut your tree. Might look like you almost butchered it, but at the same time, these trees were very much overgrown. They didn't have many branches and production down here, and whoever had the house beforehand let it grow. So everything that's had vegetation was growing upward to the top, and then that's why everything was becoming so small. Fruit production was limited. So I'm going to try and cut back the tree to the 12 feet. I made 1 leader there, cut back some branches. I've got a bunch of new interior growth growing here, which is beautiful, which I love, because then you can get the apples and the production will be right here, right through the middle. Lots of airflow. Branches aren't too long. Had to decide if I wanted to make this 2 liters or keep the third. That third one didn't look like it had too much going on, so I made a nice clean cut there. I kept this one here. So this is about a 7-foot piece that's here. It's got some nice fruiting buds that are here, so it should be all right by the time it gets to springtime. We're gonna see what happens in the spring to the tops here. My main leader is there. I might have to cut this one back just a little bit, but it's got plenty of fruit buds, so I don't want to do that just yet. But we'll see what this leader looks like come springtime, and if it looks like it's still growing too far upward and more growth at the top, we'll cut that leader out, maybe wax the top of it just to keep it from regrowing, and hopefully more branch production will happen throughout the middle of the tree. We're trying to make it so that more branches can continue and generate lower on the tree, so you have more of your fruit production this way, and then I can really cut the tree to about like an 8 or 9 foot tree, is what I would like to do in the next couple of years, and then hopefully have it so that all your fruit production is basically like you go to an orchard, you're picking off branches here, here. So here's what I did cut. Probably gonna put a bunch of these. So this was the top piece, the top of the first leader. A lot on this one, a lot of suckers, not really any productive stuff on it for fruit. Lots of suckers that grew off the top because it was getting the sunlight. So this was sucking up a lot of energy from the main part of the tree, which is why it wasn't getting much production at all. Plus I also had a rogue squirrel in that big tree there. They used to come on over, hop on down, and literally grab them one day at a time and go away with them. So I don't mind that, but it was just pretty funny that there was no production. But there was a lot of production on the tops of these trees, considering all of these that are here are mostly sucker branches. Here's a couple that are actually, they have some fruit buds on them, some more with fruit buds on them, but lots of sucker. So on that piece, it was smart to get rid of that. This way we have the top leader there. And then some other branches were cut from the main parts of the tree. So there was another big piece that was here. Again, a good amount of suckers because this was close to the top, but it was coming out of the left side of the tree. Not many fruit shoots on this one, but any of the other cuttings, the small cuttings and stuff that are here, I'm gonna cut them down to maybe 7 to 10 inch pieces. And if people want them, let me know. You can try and take as many as you want, propagate them yourselves. They're all gonna be fine. You can reroot them, make trees. It's just, it's a long process. It's gonna take you many years, 6-7 years before this tree fully would get to a point where it looks something like that one or even that one over there. But if you maintain them properly, like this one's gonna be producing a lot of fruit for me since it's now cut the way it should be. It's not too tall of a tree. It's got its low fruit branches, lots of shoots on that one, shoots here. Open and airy. The center has plenty of airflow. So this one should have much better production this year. Its only issue is that it's in this corner of the yard, covered by all my giant trees on this side. So this one's gonna get moved over along with this one, maybe in the next couple of weeks. I don't want to do it too soon after pruning, but I definitely got to do it before the ground gets too frosty and whatnot. So we're gonna move it to the other side of the yard where the Fuji apples are, and we'll go from there. So hopefully them being closer together also pollinates better, gets more production in them, and we'll have a better apple harvest for both trees. But yeah, so this is kind of it. We're just pruning these back, and again, I'll probably post if people want some of the fruit shoots and the twigs. If you want to grab a bunch and propagate them yourselves. If you have a greenhouse in the winter, probably the best time to do it. Grab a whole bunch, stick them in a couple of quart containers with your soil. Mixtures that you probably would create or you want to buy. There's a couple good ones that you could buy that I've seen from other farmers and other garden activists here on Instagram and on YouTube. So plenty of stuff to go around and go do. And again, you grow your own. It's fun. The first 2 years of it is pretty cool. You get to see the height of it grow, the leaves come out of it, and then after a few years you just take it from that planter, pop it in the ground, harden them off, and eventually you get apple trees. So I mean, what's the worst that happens? You spend a couple years doing something with free sticks that cost you nothing, and you'll get fruits and anything you want for your backyard, for your kids, yourselves, stuff like that. So let me know, hit me up. I'm gonna go and start pruning the other 2 apple trees, and eventually this Dunzo almond tree is coming down. So I'm not getting rid of this one. I'm just actually gonna cut it down because this one's not really doing anything. The 2 black walnut trees that are over there, I'm still deciding on pruning them back severely and keeping them, or if I'm gonna cut them down and just use that wood for burning. Not really a black walnut fan, nor do I eat walnuts, so no one's stepped up and wanted them yet, the 2 trees. So I don't know, we'll see what goes on. But yeah, give it a look. I'm gonna put this on my my Instagram and my YouTube channel, and leave some comments, leave some things. I mean, if you're a tree connoisseur and you know what you're doing, gladly leave me some tips. I know this is new to me, so I'm just doing a lot of this for fun, but I'm watching a lot of people and videos and arborists from universities explain how to do some prunings and stuff like that. So this will be very helpful. It's a learning process for me, and I want to make these trees last. And when I do add more trees to the yard from Stark Brothers, I'd like to be able to make sure I can get them to live nice, long, healthy lives. So talk to you later.